So, a while ago, it was actually Star Wars Day, which is on May the 4th, which sounds a lot like May the Force, as in May the Force be with you. But maybe you prefer the other side, which would be May the 5th or the 6th, which sounds like Revenge of the 6th. Either way, what I'm trying to say is it was Star Wars Day, which means Star Wars merch in general was on sale. Whether it's stuff like the comic books, TV shows slash movies slash, memorabilia in general was on sale, which meant Lego sets were on sale. And of course, as a person that loves Lego, I had to pick up a few sets, and I picked up two actually. Two. One was a gift, and one was one I purchased myself, and I did buy myself the Millennium Falcon, and, as I said, I was gifted the Lego Star Wars logo, which we'll be streaming very soon, so make sure you keep an eye out for that. But, as I said, I did pick up the Millennium Falcon, which is one of my favorite sets that I have built in a long time, and I know we haven't built it in this video, but I built it already, so I already know what I was up to. But either way, let's talk about the Lego Millennium Falcon, because I kind of feel like when you think of Lego, and you think of like a set that a lot of people find as an accomplishment, I would say the Millennium Falcon, because look at how massive this behemoth is. And I just gotta say, the master builders who take the time to like make these sets a reality is crazy. And the fact that like this is a miniature build compared to like the actual Millennium Falcon Lego sets, like look at the 2017 one. Look at like the most recent Millennium Falcon set and tell me that is not crazy. Like, this thing's almost $900. I can't afford that. So of course, this smaller scaled build is like perfect for the person like me who wants to build it but can't afford it. So you start off small. So let's talk about Lego Star Wars in general, guys. Like, I feel like Lego Star Wars really got me into Star Wars, which sounds kind of crazy because people are like, hey, there was plenty of movies, comics, other stuff that you could read before you even got your hands on to a Lego set. And yeah, I know, but Star Wars was always there because I have a dad who's a big fan of Star Wars. But I feel like when I got my hands on the Lego Star Wars games, I was really immersed in the world. And of course, I get it. Lego Star Wars is different from Star Wars, but you still get the major like plot points and the major beats in the story. Just think about it. It is a Lego game, so it's going to be more like kid friendly and make sure that like, if anything crazy is happening, like, obviously Luke getting his hand cut off, like the little hand just pops out of the Lego. Like, and that's not that violent. Like, he's like, boop, it just pops out. Or like maybe somebody getting decapitated. Their head's gonna roll on the ground, but then you're gonna see like, it looks like their eyes are dead, but then after that they just blink and they're like, oh my gosh, like, I've been decapitated. But it's silly, so it's fun, and like, it's a good introduction to Star Wars. I feel like if you have a kid or you have, someone younger in life, or even you're an adult like me and you just want to like get into Star Wars without having to go through the pressure of watching all the TV series, the movies, getting caught up on everything. If you want the fast track, at least to like the original and the sequel trilogy, play the Star Wars Complete Saga. Like, play that. You'll get all that you need to know about the Skywalkers, Obi-Wan, and everything. You can go through all of that and get, like, the core elements of Star Wars. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, there's plenty of, like, Star Wars media that has come out, like, later on, like Acolyte, and, of course, Rogue One and all that stuff, which is all prequels, by the way. Like, obviously we have, like, the movies that are continuations, but a lot of the shows are kind of like, this is happening either before the trilogy or like in between. So either way, the main story, you can play the Star Wars games for. You can play them. And I think it's fun. It's a good way to just get in there and get the ball rolling. And plus, it's a good way to even find out if you even like Star Wars. Because I kind of feel like if you play the Lego Star Wars games, and if you're not feeling the story, even though, as I said, it's more comedic, because it is, technically it is a kid's game. If you're not feeling the story, then you'll know it's not for you. Or, maybe if you want to be more invested after you play the games, you'll be able to go, as I said, watch the TV shows, actually watch the movies, read the comics, like play the other games. Like, there's plenty of other games. So many games. They even have tabletop games, by the way. So, like, there's so much Star Wars media for people to consume, and I just feel like, it's got a great world. The world building, there's just a lot. I could talk about Star Wars all day, and I feel like I barely even spoke about it in this video. But as I said, like, there's so much. And this build in general, I know I barely spoke about it. This build is definitely a masterpiece. I love how much detail they were able to cram in such a small form factor. Like, don't get me wrong, this build is packed with Easter eggs, such as obviously the crew. You have R2-D2 going against Chewbacca, and they're playing like the chess game. I think it starts with a D. I can't remember what it's called right now. I'll put the name on the screen. Obviously, you got Luke, you got Leia, you got Han, you got R2-D2, as I already said, you got C-3PO. Like, they're in there. But either way, I feel like they really packed in, like, details into this. And another thing, there is no stickers in this set. It's all printed. All of it. It's all printed, and that's lovely, because when I first saw this set, I honestly thought that these were going to be some stickers, and, like, the fact that it's all printed is nice. It's just nice. This set does not come with a minifig, but let's be honest. At this scale, there's no need for a minifig. They will not be able to man this vehicle, so it is what it is, and that's okay. You don't need a minifig for every single Lego build, but that's what we got, guys. I know this is a different type of video. I'm sorry that I didn't really talk about the build itself. We're just talking about Lego Star Wars, and that's okay, because this is a Lego Star Wars video. But alright, guys, I would like to take the time to thank the Patreons, because they really do make videos like this possible. Because let's face it, these hobbies and these builds, yeah, they're something. There's something there. They're money. Yeah, I can't lie, they do cost money. So it definitely helps, and I really appreciate you guys, taking time to keep this channel going. So thank you. And as always, guys, make sure you take care of yourself, drink some water, and of course, stay spooky. As I said, we will be doing a stream on the Lego Star Wars logo very soon, so keep an eye out for that. Alright, see ya.